Qikert has a great set of fundamentals that he uses towards tracks on Overpass. We're going to get straight into it and take a look at what he does towards his short molotov that he throws. Now there are many different ways that you can throw this, but you should learn one that you can run and throw instead of just using the more common one by standing and jump throwing. This is because you need this molotov to land before a CT can push, and if you throw it at this late point by standing still, it actually does give the chance for the CT side to push through before it lands. The one that Qikert throws is actually quite unique, and I've never actually seen it before. He aims around this area just underneath the right side of this grey block, shifts forward while also getting pushed against the corner and jump throwing. It may seem a little bit complicated as you are getting pushed against the wall for the lineup, but I've tried it out for myself many times and it actually is quite easy to learn. You just need to give it a little bit of practice. Here we will see Qikert throwing the same molotov early on towards short before he throws a flash for Buster to go contest towards this position. Buster did actually drop Qikert his molotov, allowing for him to get in this position, and if you don't already know about this spot, yes, you can throw a molotov towards barrels from here, but it is also an incredibly powerful angle to play while staying towards tracks, as the CT side cannot actually see you from this position, but you can also see their feet. However, from this position, Qikert does actually use it to throw the molotov by aiming on the lower groove here in line with the monster graffiti on the left and run and jump throw. The reason for throwing this molotov so early on in the round is just to simply put pressure on the CT side. Qikert is mostly by himself towards tracks because of this 3-1-1 setup that VP go for. Because of this, he will flash himself over towards short before smoking off the molotov that the CT side throws. Even though he actually isn't pushing this area of the map, it is just to give the idea towards the CT side that an aggressive play could be happening in this area of the map. From this, he will then throw a HE behind the monster smoke before spamming it, just trying to catch someone off who may be behind it or even trying to cross to the right side. From this position, he will make sure to jump over Monster to not be spotted if there is a CT posted up watching him. VP are actually rotating over towards B, so that is when Qikert starts to take space towards Monster, ready for this final hit. He is able to get contact all the way to outside of Monster before getting flashed in by his team, allowing for him to start getting the space for his team. Qikert is able to take out drop and find space all the way towards graffiti before being taken out. However, he did a great job here finding the space for his team and creating an opening. When Qikert does go towards short, I want for us to pay attention to the way he clears these angles, making sure there are no CTs in this area of the map. Before even going towards tunnel, he will check this deep right angle outside of monster before going towards this position. He will then check on top of the rail on the left hand side before making sure just to jiggle all of these off angles that you see on the right hand side before fully clearing the cubby. It is very important you know how to clear these angles correctly or you'll get caught off a lot. I hope you can note down how Qikert does this and use it for yourself in your future games. From this contact play that Qikert has done, he's been able to go all the way on towards the B site and take out drop for free, while also gaining pit control, making it very challenging for the CT side to retake. VP are going for a final hit on towards the B site here. Qikert is using the monster smoke to sit inside of it in an attempt to catch anyone off who may be behind it. From this information, they are able to get all of monster control silently without the CT even knowing of it. This allows for him to get the entry from James Flash over site and immediately push towards pit and back site just to clear out the entire site for his team. Qikert also uses this area of the map just to jump spot as well when playing a little bit more passive, just to make sure and be ready if the CT side does go for an aggressive take towards tracks. To make sure the T side is consistent for VP, Qikert goes for this standard molotov towards short and also throwing a flashbang over in this position as well before going back to help flit in towards connector. It is very important that you use consistent utility on the T side in order to keep the CT side guessing of what you are going for and where you are. So if you're wanting to do this and help out connector or even middle, for example, please do go throw the short molotov at a bare minimum before going towards either of these areas. This is a great example of just how this molotov and flash combo towards barrels can cause a rotation. Qikert throws these two pieces of utility we looked at just earlier on while his team are making their way up towards long. Because of this and also FaZe having bathrooms control, it actually just pulled Karrigan away from the A site completely for a brief second, dropping down towards B. However, Brokey is actually able to hold this final push from VP so it doesn't go in their favor in this situation. You can also do a nade stack towards headshot of a teammate if you're wanting to get an early entry on in the round. For Qikert's lineup, you want to get next to the washing machine, aim here and run jump throw. To throw Flit's grenade, you want to be getting on this smudge on the ground, aim here on the grill and run jump throw. Here is a cool angle you can play around when holding towards tracks, just being on top of this barrel. The reason this is such an incredibly strong angle is because you can just be holding towards tunnel here the entire time, and no one towards monster can see you unless they push all the way through. And even if you do, you will see their feet way before they even catch a glimpse of you. Here is a cool little flash that you can use for monster if you are in this area by getting on this shadow. You want to be aiming up in this area and just use a left and a right click throw, and this will full flash anyone close or even holding monster, giving you the chance to find an entry kill. I hope you've learned something new from this video and can improve the way you're playing this position. If you did learn something new, please leave a like, I really do appreciate it guys, and it helps me know to make more content just like this. I know the world is a crazy place right now guys, so just make sure to stay safe wherever you are, and I wish you all the best. It's been Glaze guys, and I'll speak to you very soon.